guys, how are you? So today I decided that I was gonna do a quick video because for whatever reason the question thing on my Instagram is not allowing me to answer your questions, and I feel like you guys had really interesting responses when I asked about what you use to collect your period and what you use to ease your symptoms if you have any. So I figured that I would just come on here and read your answers and comment a little bit on them, and maybe we could talk a little bit about periods. And at the same time, don't think I'm looking crazy, I thought that I would do my eyes because I really wanted to highlight this really gorgeous makeup palette by Morphe that I got from Beauty Bar. And a little bit about Beauty Bar. This is the color palette. So I'm gonna try and do my eyes using exclusively this palette, which is gonna be quite easy because there's a lot of earth tones. So a little bit about Beauty Bar. I actually buy most of my makeup from them. They deliver and they have offers. For example, this palette has two colors that kind of broke. So what happens is when they receive palettes that are broken, then they sell them at a discounted price. So hence my excuse to buy another eyeshadow palette. And I must say I already have 3 Morphe palettes. This is either my 3rd or my 4th, and big ones like this too. I have a couple of BH ones as well, and then I like to collect. I have this Joan Kinudia palette, and that's it. And I have a couple others. Anyway, I just want to show you these, and then maybe we could just, I'll do my eyes and then we can talk about periods. So I use LA Color Girl to prime my eyelids before I put on my eyeshadow. And let's just see if I can find most of your answers. That would be really cool. I hope I can. Let's see. Okay, so my question was, what do you use to collect blood and to ease symptoms? I think was my question. And some of you responded, a lot of you responded pretty similar: pads and tampons and NSAIDs. I don't know. I can see sanitary pads. I'm actually really I'm really interested to know what kind of pads you use. Tampons, Kotex tampons and ibuprofen. For people who use painkillers, I'm one of those lucky people who has never had any issues with pain before. So I don't have menstrual cramps. Maybe around ovulation, then I'll feel my eggs drop, but that's all. And then I feel a little uncomfortable, a little crampy, and then that's it. And then I can feel when I'm going to bleed during my period. I can feel when like just before I'm going to bleed. I'm one of those people that wakes up in the morning to run to the bathroom to catch it before it goes on my pad. It's such a beautiful palette. I'm so confused. I'm gonna start with a brown maybe. I do have a video up on YouTube that talks a little bit more about what my experience has been with my period since I started and what my journey has been. I know that a lot of people are using menstrual cups. In fact, a lot of people answered menstrual cups, and I feel like that's quite cool. Ooh! Look at that pigment! Yeah. So yes, I do know that a lot of people are now using menstrual cups, and it's better for the economy. It's just easier for your period, and so I think it's pretty cool for people who are doing that. Look at that pigmentation. That was just like one dip. It just dipped in, and look at that. That's insane. Yeah. And so kudos to you. I have tried to use the menstrual cup like many times before, and the menstrual cup refused me. I've had experiences where I've, you know, I put it in, I thought it was in comfortably, and then I just started to bleed through. It wasn't, if ever there was a word, it just didn't suction properly. And I tried, it just didn't work. Some of your answers as well were talking about masturbation, and somebody somebody slid into my DM and was just like, masturbation, how do you masturbate on your period? And my response was, you don't lose the use of your hands. Yeah, masturbation is a really great tool to ease pain because it releases endorphins, which is really good for that hormone reduces pain. Even though it's just temporary, it's a real ease for people who have symptoms from any kind of period symptoms. This is a really cool color. It's a really cool transition color as well. I want to take it a little bit higher. I see tampons and Buscopan, the menstrual cup. Somebody asked, can you recommend a natural menstrual pad for my 11-year-old who may soon start her period? Well, the one that I posted earlier, which is Cotton's is 100% cotton, an organic cotton pad, which I recommend people should use. Yes, it is more expensive, but having vaginal issues later on in life is a lot more expensive to treat and to cure, and a lot of these pads that are on the market can cause a lot of problems with vaginal dryness and so on and so forth. If you're using something completely natural, then your vagina is in its most natural. The liquids are not competing with any chemicals that are being put on pads that are super absorbent, so you don't need that. Just organic cotton products, and the only products that I know that are doing like 100% natural organic is the brand Cotton, which is available at Chandarana stores around the Nairobi. I don't know about the rest of, I don't know about the rest. Okay, let's move on to, I am obsessed with like these red colors. Also, it's my go-to thing. So any of those red colors, I think I'm gonna use this one over here. Let's just see. Let's see what it does. I use cotton pads constant and a hot water pack if the pain is too much on the nap. Ooh, hot water bottles are really helpful. I know for a lot of people, just to ease the pain if you put it on top of your stomach. Pads, if I work consistently, my flow reduces and I don't get severe pains. If not, Buscopan. Tampons and pads, the flow is too much. Ooh, both. There's people who are like that. And then like changing your tampon regularly. If you find that your flow is really excessive, I suggest that you go and see your gyna. If you feel like it's really excessive, I suggest that you go and see your gyna because something could be affecting it. Somebody here said cup, Kotex pads and naps. Oh my gosh, I get so sleepy. Like the day before my period, the day of my period, and like the first 3 days, and almost like I have no control. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, ooh. I'm so obsessed with these red colors. It's probably all you see me wearing. This is insane. Look at that pigmentation. What's going on here? So yeah, I was saying, interesting. I was saying that I get really exhausted, and I think, you know, when my body, I don't get sick very often, and so it feels like my body is working extra when during my period, when it's shedding, when the walls of my uterus are shedding. My body's working extra, so it feels like all of the energy goes towards doing that. And so I'm drained. I feel so exhausted. And yeah, naps. I'm right there with you with those naps, man. I really just feel like everyone should be given a little nap, like at their place of work. Woo, look at that. I mean, I'm not done, but look at that pigmentation, man. Woo. Those are real colors right there. Okay. So I love it. I love it so much. Let's see. What do I want to do after this? Where shall we go from here? To ease the pain, I go for swims and take long hot showers. Cool. Tampons, menstrual cup. By the way, guys, you know that I have a ton of menstrual cups that Setting Jasmine brought me when she came. So I'm always giving them out. I just don't deliver them. I really prefer to give people the menstrual cups by myself. So always come to where I am. I'm always posting on social media where I am. This Sunday, I'm going to be at the Arbor for the Nairobi Flea Market. Make sure you come through and collect a menstrual cup from me. I gave up on pads. No matter how careful I am on the pad, it just leaks and moves out of place. So this person said menstrual cups. Good for you. I like that more people are using menstrual cups. Cotton pads, they're the real thing. Huh, preach this. Nia pads, I don't know what those are. Kotex tampons, the pain? Well, I have sex, and when I can't, I slowly die in the pain. Yes, to the sex. To the pain, no. I free bleed. Oh, I've spoken about free bleeding before, and I think it's really cool that that you do that. Free bleeding is quite cool. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what color. This is a lot, right? Okay, I think I found something. This might be a tad experimental, but let's go for it. So let's talk about free bleeding. Free bleeding is actually a really cool way, I've heard, also to reduce pain during your menstrual cycle. So there are quite a few people who just put a towel on their beds and sleep through the night and allow themselves to just bleed onto the towel, or you can get these period-proof blankets. Ooh, it's really bright, so I don't know if you can see as well, but that's such a nice, like, gold, and then it's kind of, it looks like a sunset. I'm gonna have to take a better picture for you. I like it. I might just add a little bit of like something like super lighter, like just to put in the middle. What the wow! Now I just kind of want to blend it. Okay. We still have some ways to go. Let's see. Somebody said Kotex pads, chocolate, lots of chocolate, and sleep. Sleep, man. I swear sleep is a thing. Can't afford those expensive pads. I use Kotex and Unigad. I don't know what those are. Unigad tabs. Don't know what that is. I spend less than 150 economy. Yo! Tell me about it. This economy is tripping. But I really urge that if you can, that's not one of the things that you should compromise money on. Like, if there's something else that you think you might be splurging on, even beauty, sometimes we feel like maybe we'll spend that 4Gs or whatever on our hair and nails, when actually you should be spending it more on your healthcare. It's important. So even if it means going to like the kiosk downstairs for the lady to braid your hair, and you're saving that money so that you can buy good health products, then I'd say that's a better way to go. The longest pad I can get my hands on, and all the junk food to ease into this magical time. So cottons also have those really, this is not a sponsored post. Cottons also have those really long maternity pads, but they also have super pads, and they have these overnight pads as well. So those are pretty cool. They're quite big and hefty. Somebody said Kotex and smoke weed. Marijuana is really good for pain relief. And then I also got some people writing into my inbox. Sorry if I haven't been able to see your message. It's because of Instagram. Just Instagram won't let me play. Somebody said, this was really interesting. They said, just so your Instagram story about treatments during your period got me thinking. I've always dreamed about discussing periods with women who don't bleed but have all the biological features of being a woman. Let me backtrack. I'm a female born with XX chromosome format. I have ovaries but no uterus. Hence, I have never had a menstrual cycle. My condition is called Mullerian agenesis. Interestingly, for most of my teens, I had the most excruciating cramps. My body still thought I would release an egg, but it stopped when I got put on the pill. But I never or could not bleed even with the cramps. Your platform is so informative. I would love to know if there's any women who are out there like me who don't have a uterus but still suffer the same period-related symptoms. Does anybody else want to slide into my DM for this conversation? I'm happy to hook you guys up. I'm also very happy to have this conversation in a podcast episode. So if this is something that you want to listen to, please comment below and I will be sure to get them on the phone so we can have a phone conversation. So I'm trying to come to the conclusion of my video, but also at the same time complete the eyes, because the eyes are not done, the face isn't done. So like, let me see if I can timing. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. There are many ways to do your period. There are many ways and different ways that work for different people. And I really suggest that you find what works for you and do that. And like, you know, different ways in which you can focus. Different ways in which you can ease pain. Different ways in which you can collect. And it depends on what works for you. For example, I've said many times that the menstrual cup doesn't work for me. I currently use pads, which is cool. For other people, their flow might be too heavy for them to use pads. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try and create like a darker, like outer V. Let's see, not too dark though, because this palette is super pigmented. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, kind of. Okay. And then I think I'm just gonna add a bit of a darker shade underneath my eye. Here there is, let me show you. There's this really dark, it's a really dark brown, but then there's also this kind of like black but with glitter, so it looks gray. I think that's the one I'll do the glitter, because I'm already shining, man. I'm already shining. Ooh, you see that? It makes the whole look come together. Look at that. Let me see if I can just, I think I'll do that on the top as well. Then I don't have to wear a liner. You see, any of these colors can work as a highlight, this or this or this. So I want to see if I can use it to highlight my face, the top of my brow bone, but also I want to see if I can highlight my face. You know what I mean? My face. Ooh. See? I'm gonna redo my face properly before I take the final picture, but I just wanted to show you guys my eyes. Ooh, I'm not done. I must wear mascara. And if I was going somewhere, I'd probably put on a pair of like dope lashes, but then I'm not going anywhere, so I'm just gonna put on mascara. In conclusion, do what you will and what you please with your menstrual cycle, but just keep in mind that the better the product is, the less issues you might face in the future. So like everything else in your life, you eat well, you take care of your body, then you have less chances of getting sick. It's the same with your sexual health. You have to be very cognizant of the things that you're putting anywhere or near your vulva or your vagina, and just take care of your health. Take care of yourself so that you don't come into problems in the future. And remember to get tested as often as you can, as often as regularly as you need to, depending on what your lifestyle is. And just be safe, guys. That's it. That's it for me. I'll take some dope pictures after this, but that's it for me. Peace.